Hi everyone, a video that I wanted to put out there because it absolutely wrecked my head when I was trying to wire this loom. So this loom is from an E39, the engine is an M52B28TU, so it's a double Vanas, came out of an E39 and the wiring came with it as well. Okay, so what I got was, I got an adapter plug. So the X20 plug, it was made up to suit this loom. It's a lovely job, wired there into the DME, and that's all hunky-dory. But what the problem was that I didn't know was all the rest of the loom obviously needed power, and there needed to be some earths as well. So this is what I want to show you if you are doing a similar project and you do have a wiring loom out of an E39 and you're wondering how in the name of God you're going to get it running. So a couple of things to show you first. These relays, you've got fuel pump and you have the ignition relays as well. Okay, so to power these relays are these little connectors which come from the E39. There's two of them there. Now I'm pretty certain that one is for the automatic ECU because this came out of an auto. I literally just got this thing going, so I just wanted to show you before I tidied all the wiring up. So I've put power into that as well. So I put a constant 12 volt feed into these. Both of those have a constant 12 volt feed, so they're feeding the relays there, and that is part of the E39 loom. And the other thing that needed connecting as well when I got the car, obviously this part of the loom was over here, this part of the loom was over here, but this is the power here for your coil packs, your ignition coil packs. So it's on this end of the wiring harness, it's a light green and a pale brown, and it's a slightly darker brown and a white and red on that side, and that gives you your spark. The automatic, the blue connectors are for the automatic ECU, they're all covered up. Obviously then you have to get your power going to your original fuse box, and I have the power here going to the constant power 12 volt feed going down to the starter motor and to the alternator. One of the things you'll just see, this is just done roughly here as well, is this earth strap. I have an earth strap connected to the body, but there was no crank, so I was looking, making sure I had everything connected properly, and I just tried putting on just an earth strap just to see, but that make a difference, and then it cranked. So just make sure as well that you have a decent earth, and I'd recommend when you're just test fitting it like I am here, that you have an earth that you know is good. Okay, if you come into the car now, I will show you in here. I've got so this is a EWS2. The EWS is deleted from the ECU in this car, but if you have, this is just for test fitting again, just to make sure that the EWS, so you've got the ring inside in the key which picks up the signal from the chip, but if you want to bypass that, this is an EWS2, this is a 97 model, you can loop it like this. So you take out the EWS box, which is this one here, and the two biggest wires, which are black and yellow and green and black, you bridge those. So they are the two thickest ones, and if you bridge those, that will allow you to bypass the EWS to start it, to test fit it. Obviously, you know, it's not ideal to have that completely bypassed. If you have a track car or you're you know, building something that's, you know, just going to be on a button or whatever, and it's not a road going car, then fine, by all means bypass that, but ideally you don't really want those two not communicating with each other. But I was having a lot of problems wiring this car up, and I just wanted to completely bypass this one, so I knew it was bypassed. But that's the trick on that one. Otherwise than that, if you're running the ECU standard from the E39, it's going to be DME MS42. You're going to have to get the EWS deleted out of that. Now that's the one that came with the car. This was one I bought online that has a chip in it, And if you see here, it's an MS42 328 M52TU B28. It's a 205 horsepower. There's a dyno sheet with it, and it now that was mapped to run on 98 octane. Obviously, if you use lower octane, you get a slightly less horsepower figure. The rev limiter has been moved. It's now at 7,100. It's got the ABS missing signal fixed, so that's your if it's almost like the limp mode, or the EWS is deleted as well, and the back lambdas are deleted out of it as well. The O2 sensors that are behind the cat, they are taken out of it. Now the front two lambda sensors, the O2 sensors, are still in this car, and they will do fine, but I am running cats on this car as well, so those ones will be fine, but the back lambdas are deleted, and that is that. So they're all the things you need to know. This is the block connector. It's actually part of this wiring harness that I got made up, and it's really simple. Like, I know there's a lot of wires there, but the actual principle of the whole thing, it's actually quite simple when it comes to it. But getting that wiring loom made up was definitely a massive help. I'll actually, in the description of this video, I'll link the Facebook page to the people that made up that loom for me. The rest of it here, I've just been playing with myself just to put power into it temporary. Got to tidy all these cables up now and put the DME in there. So that's it, guys. You've got to make sure that, obviously, you know, you've got power going to all your relays for everything to work, because I had no power going to my relays. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then obviously I went through the wiring, and we got there in the end. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you can leave it in the description box below.